Assalamualaikum everyone.
Assalamualaikum.
So as you can see, we're not at home. We're actually in our car. The reason for it is because we had to run a couple of errands today. What happened is that our dishwasher broke suddenly without knowing why. And also our dryer has been broken for a couple of weeks now. Well, a couple of months. I did a temporary fix for it, but now it's time to actually fix it because it's not working anymore. That also we don't know why. The reason is unknown. So anyways,
I saw that.
we had to go buy the parts for that. So today we just wanted to record this quick video because we wanted to talk about two things. First one is a bit more serious and the second one is a bit more fun. But the first one is regarding the coronavirus. So as you know, the coronavirus has been affecting a lot of people. It's been affecting people's livelihood. People have lost their jobs. They've been laid off. And obviously those who got actually sick, that's even worse. That's a whole other situation that we're not affected by, alhamdulillah. So we don't know what people are going through. But if you are, we hope that inshallah it goes through smoothly and you get better. But what we wanted to say also is that, as you know, everything is pretty much canceled. Everybody's in quarantine. And one of the major things that have been canceled from the beginning of this virus was events. So we decided to sit down and try to speak about it and see what we can do.
And what we thought of doing is our own way of contributing to this. And first and foremost, it is mainly when someone has to postpone an event, whether it's a wedding or any type of branding or launch party, we assist them in every way that we can. If we have to, we assist them in contacting people who can be refunded, who cannot, whatever it is, we give them advice and we're there to help. That is the first and foremost. And a lot of people don't get that extra assistance, whether you're an event planner or not. This is, our way of doing it. And any of our clients who have been with us in the past, that I don't shy away from providing advice, whether I am hired as an event planner or not, because I feel like every couple is kind of like us when we got married at like 20 or 21 or 22 actually. So I kind of relate in that sense. The other way that we do it is by assisting them in alleviating their burden of the deposit. So in our contract and in most wedding vendors' contracts, there is a clear clause that says you have to pay a non-refundable deposit. What we actually have been doing is abolishing that since Corona has started. If the person postpones, ahlan wa sahlan, great, we do it and we help them postpone. And if they don't, and if they really feel a burden of like delaying this, especially that our religion tells us not to delay such blessed things such as marriages, then we go ahead and we refund 100% because we know that most wedding vendors can't, especially when we're talking about halls and caterers and, really big vendors like that. I'm not too sure about other photographers and videographers, but I have seen some that haven't. And I've had the other end of couples being upset about that, or not necessarily being upset, but really feeling even more of a financial burden. So that's basically what we've been doing is abolishing the non-refundable deposit. Now, I want to put it clear that this is not the case for everyone. We are, alhamdulillah, in a situation where we're still employed. So this is not our main 100% source of income. So we do have that little extra maneuver space around, but it does not mean other wedding vendors should be obliged to. It does not mean you should be fighting with your vendors, because that is not okay. Because just as much as you're in a financial burden, these vendors are going to be in financial burdens as well by refunding you, by not having an income for the next couple of months. So please, just as much as it is to couples, it is to vendors. Please don't think that you should be going after them. This is just our specific scenario. This is one of the ways that we contribute through this COVID-19 crisis, and we're all in this together, and ça va bien aller. It'll all get better soon, inshallah, and we'll get through this.
Yeah, inshallah.
So
that
was the most
dark
serious
and
dark.
Really serious. So we want to take out a bit of the bitterness, hopefully. We just wanted to answer you guys with the post we had recently about the 4 truths and a lie.
Zoom in there.
So it's this one here. Okay. So anyways, the first line was Rana took an IQ test in pre-kindergarten and her IQ was very much above normal.
Still is.
So she said still is. If you didn't hear that, it still is. Okay. So
I'm shy. What is that TikTok thing?
so that means it's true. So the second one is Rana is deathly afraid of airplanes and eye drops.
Unagi.
Airplanes and eye drops.
Yes. Yes and yes. People actually weren't 100% sure just because we do have
Airplanes.
of the airplanes, because I do have to take planes a lot, but not a lot, fairly, often for work. I still am. I just am heavily medicated when I do travel. So if you do meet me in an airport or something which has happened, know that I'm not going to be the same person as outside.
So we are in Canada, but you're not supposed to smoke pot. So
Yeah,
that's not what she's doing.
that's
She's
not
just
what I
taking
do.
gravel. Okay.
Yeah.
So
And a
anyways.
little bit more everything else. So yeah, keep that in
And then
mind.
eye drops, you can ask her brother.
Yes.
He's been punched in the face, and so have I, multiple times. So
And any
yeah.
optometrist,
Yeah, so-
fast food. I didn't not take the eye drops that
So as
were
for if she ever
recommended.
comes to you, do not tell her that she has dry eyes or something and give her
He did.
eye drops.
I
Because,
didn't.
No, I'm saying don't do it again.
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah.
I like my face.
Yeah.
I've broken my nose once actually, so I don't want to do that again. So that was the second one. I did break my nose, yes.
Good segue.
But did you?
No, I did not.
No. So that was a trick question. A lot of people thought that after the ATV accident, Rana actually broke her nose. But alhamdulillah, she had no broken
Alhamdulillah.
bones. She had a huge cut on her nose, yes. She had like 5 stitches,
Yeah.
but nothing was broken, alhamdulillah. So
I
that
still
was
have
a
scars.
second- that was a
I'll
good
show
one.
another day, but I still have. Oh, you could see everything, but I still have scars. But that's for another video.
And then the next point is Asmat is a genius.
Point.
It's obvious. And was always a good student. That part is the false.
Terrible.
Yeah, false part of the segment. So yes, I am a genius. Yes, that's true. But I was a horrible student. I never studied. I would always skip my classes. Probably in
Stupid.
combined college and university, maybe I went to like 10% of my classes. University was one because I was working full time, so I couldn't go to even if I wanted to. But CJP was just because I was pretty much gaming. I was just sitting in front of my TV and watching.
You just admitted
and
you're a
playing.
loser.
Yeah, I have no shame in that. I'm a genius, so I passed anyways. I graduated. God knows how. Alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
It's luck, I guess. And yeah, that's that. Next point was Asmat was always wanted to be an architect. That is true. My grandfather was an engineer. My dad was an engineer. Everybody thought I was going to be an
Your
engineer.
grandfather was.
Yeah, he was. But I never became it because
Disappointment.
so Asmat is terrible at mental math. I am horrible at it. I hate it. I have a calculator on my phone all the time, so I can use this. Yeah, so that was that. Nobody was that close to the answers. Tariq was actually the closest one, and he actually added a lie for some reason. He believed that he should add a lie, even though we said there's only 2. So last thing, just a shout out to Marlon Wallard.
Yeah.
This is
What a plug.
let me put it this way so you see it. properly. Okay, here you go.
MWA.
This is Allah teardrop.
Yes.
It's really nice, mashallah. We've had it actually
This was
for
our first Modern Wallet
yeah.
purchase.
So because we're poor, we can't afford.
We were poor. No.
No, I'm kidding.
Still are.
We still are. But because we couldn't afford the big pieces that we love, we actually decided to go for something small in the beginning to support his business anyways.
Yeah.
So we bought this. So,
Guys, Modern Wall
Check out
Art,
his, page.
Sayed is an excellent person. Really stand-up guy, mashallah, and we're lucky to call him a friend. And please go support him. Obviously, you guys know who he is. Like, we don't have to say, but if you don't, it's at Modern Wall Art. So definitely check him out. He has stamp sales going on. He is awesome. And no, we're not sponsored to do this. We're not at that level yet at all.
anyways, thank you very much. Okay, assalamu alaikum. Have a good day.
Bye. Assalamu alaikum.